everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry. Please, if you're new here, do subscribe. This is the kind of quality content that I'm sure you're signing up for. So I thought I would try a dry with me, catch up, story time-esque video. I mean, the audio may be absolutely disgusting, and you may never even see it, and I may just be wasting my time, but the way I see it is I've got to drive to work anyway, so why not talk? The angle is the best it's going to get because I am actually on my phone and it's just balanced, so it is what it is, but we move, it is fine. So today I think is like the 27th of September, I believe. I feel like it is. Monday, Tuesday, yeah. 27th of September, it's a Sunday. Hopefully you'll see it today if I have time. Thursday, the 1st of October, is my pre-op, and I'm very, very nervous. I feel bad 'cause I'm not like looking at you and things, but to be honest, I don't know if you've noticed my videos, I really don't look at the camera. I'm really bad, but I always look away. I think it's like a nervous tendency, I don't know. So maybe this could be the newest format. I am such a rambler as well, so I know this is just going to be me. I might label this Laura chatting for X amount of time. But I just something I wanted to say actually. Obviously, this isn't a political channel, and I'm not here to discuss the current state of the world because I don't think I am qualified. What's that? What is that thing that TikTok's like? I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. Yeah, that's me. But obviously, as somebody who lives in the current world and whatnot, I am noticing that things are getting a bit going back, you know. Are we going back into lockdown? Are we not? X, Y, Z. And obviously, for personal reasons, but that does make me feel very anxious and very like, oh, what's going on with everything that is happening. And obviously my other surgery was cancelled because of corona and X, Y, Z, so I'm a bit anxious, a bit nervous. That's how my knees talks. But I just want to say, perfect example of one of the many reasons why I love my new company, which I will link below obviously. But they emailed me and texted me yesterday just to say, hi Laura, just so you know, we're fully aware of everything that's going on at the moment in the current climate, and we just want you to know that basically nothing's changed. We've got all the provisions in place, like everything's okay, you know, you're gonna be fine, darling. No, but that it's all going ahead still, and like not only not to worry about the current situation and whatnot, but also not to worry about the fact that it may or may not be going ahead and things. So I think that's really nice. It's really reassuring. And I was just on about it with one of the people well, one of the people I work with, but she's a friend as well. But one of the people I work with, I was just saying, you know, they're asking me, are you nervous yet and things? And I was saying, no, I'm not allowing myself to feel nervous because I've been so close before. I mean, it was 10 days last time, which we're a bit closer than 10 days, I feel like. Well, not yet, but we will go for the pre-op. So, yeah, it's crazy. I've got a chewing gum in, by the way. I will try to chew. It's just really reassuring anyway. So I thought that I would actually talk about the car situation, because we're in the car. It seems apt. Why not? And basically, I just thought that I came back and I was like, I'm so stressed out about a drama with my car, and I think I said it on my Instagram. I don't think I said it in a video. So we move. So basically, I brought a car. I had my first ever car that lasted like a year, and then I brought which cost me like £600, bless her. Then I said Marco, she was lovely. My clutch went, and then I got not a proper car, but like I put like £2,000 into it, so that's a lot of money for me. Not this important. Well, it was like 1,900 and something, I think. I can't remember anyway. It was a Renault Clio. She was lovely, 3-door, loved her. But let me tell you, she was a nightmare. When I say, like, I had no door handle at one point. Like, the door handle literally came off. Like, it's just, it's not funny, but you have to laugh because it was a running joke. So I had no door handle for about a year. And she was a nightmare, and things just kept going wrong with her all the time. Not just her fault. Like, I didn't treat her with the best of respect, to be honest with you. She definitely had a few bangs and bruises. And I ended up, anyway, the last MOT, which was March 2019, I put so much money into her. I'm talking like nearly like £900. And bearing in mind before that, I'd just spent £300 on a catalytic converter and I ended up basically putting about 1,500 into her. Over an accumulated amount of time, which I know a lot of people say, why don't you just buy a new car for that much? I didn't put it all in at one go, that's why. And at the time, it's all I could afford to do. So like 300 here, 200 there, rather than a big lump sum. Anyway. And then this March came around and I was like, if she, and then I was, the idea always was going to be that I was going to buy a car in the new year. Obviously in the new year that I booked to have my surgery, so obviously I didn't have money to then go and buy a car. So I took her to MOT in a service and she passed. And I was like, woohoo, brilliant. Couldn't have wished for a better outcome. Not even like 3 weeks later, I did have to drive through a lot of floods with really bad rain, and I was out and there's nothing I could do, and I was going through puddles. Like, I was even shocked my car would do it, and I think that just did her in the end. And then I was at some lights with a friend who, now it's public knowledge that she's pregnant, but at the time I just found out she was pregnant. And it just went, and I can't even go into detail of it because I have to laugh, but it was not a laughing matter, it was traumatic. But it was like the brakes stopped working, the clutch went, then the engine failed, then it was making a weird noise and smoke was coming out the engine, and we was at the front of the lights. And not only is it in front of the lights, it's like when you go under, if anyone knows locally where I live, it's like under a bridge, you'll know where I mean. So it's like a one-way system. Oh, it was just horrendous. And my friend was like getting out and pushing the car while I was trying. It was, and I, obviously, of course, I was like, please don't do that. She was like, it's fine. And by the way, she's now like, she's a little girl. She's very far gone. Everything's fine. But yeah. So obviously, it was like, look, put more money into this car or buy a new one. But the problem is, I had no money to buy a new one. So again, I always talk about my support system being like the best support system in the world, and I have this great family and great friends. And also, side note, I just want to make it clear, I'm from a very, we are working class, surely. I'll have to confirm that with somebody, but we're definitely not middle class, so we must be working class. But working class family. I definitely weren't born with a saucepan in my mouth. I definitely, because I always talk to this like, oh, my family have a deposit together, and my mum just borrowed me, you know, a lot of money in my last video, and oh, my brother just gave me £1,000. Like, I know it sounds like, yes, like, trust me, we live in that champagne lifestyle and lemonade budget, you know what I'm saying? No, but I just wanted to make that very clear. My parents definitely didn't shove it up my bottom, and I definitely am not from a silver spoon background. I just know how to blag, you know. No, I'm just joking. I'm very grateful for what I do have, but I just want to make that clear. Move back on. So basically, long story short, one of my people in my support network, I'm not going to name them, so I don't know if they'd want me to, so I'm just going to keep it shush. If they do, I'll do a whole video dedicated to the next video. Said, look, how much do you need? And I was like, probably 3,000, and then she was like, okay, here's 3,000, and you can pay me back like £150 a month, because we have to remember I have really rubbish credit and also other payments. So there was finance. I would love to have got finance. I tried to get finance, but it just wasn't an option. So then we looked absolutely everywhere for a car. Now the car I had is classed as a small car. Okay, it's a 3-door, a little, what is it, Renault Clio. I'm awful with cars. You do not understand how many cars I could not get into. I've always wanted a Nissan Juke. I've sung about it from the day of, and everyone thinks they're ugly and blah blah blah, but I love them, and I still love them to this day. And I went and I found one, and it was a limited edition colour, and it had one female owner, and she was the most lovely lass, and it was all great, and my stepfather, because he's like the car guy, he drove it for me, and it was all great. And just before I went, he went, "Oh, just jump in it," because it was a bit tight. Honestly, guys, I got in it, but talk about knees to chest, I never ever would have been able to drive it. And I was like, and then I started getting, because I already get anxiety around driving and things like that anyway, like it's not my favourite pastime. And I just knew. But obviously, because I've only been driving my car, and then I also drive a car, it's part of my job, but that's like a massive Ford something. So it's never been an issue. And basically, I went to look at so many cars after that, and I just couldn't fit in these cars. Like, and when I say I couldn't fit in them, I mean I couldn't get my head in, I couldn't get my stomach, like even the seat on the back, my stomach could be on the steering wheel, even with like XYZ. And even this car, I don't know if you noticed, but my head is literally, I mean, I have got a bun on, but my bun head is on the roof, and my seat is pumped all the way down. And obviously I'm not all the way back, but obviously I have to be so close to the steering wheel because I've only got a certain amount of leg space. But it was a struggle, and then we couldn't understand, because I've got such a small car, so it doesn't make sense how I had such a small car and it wouldn't work. But then obviously now I'm looking at these bigger cars. I'm going to look at Nissan Jukes, which aren't massive, but they're a lot bigger than the car I had, and things like that, and it just wasn't working. And then we was looking at, well, maybe I had to get a mocker. So my mum and my stepfather drive mockers, and I've driven their car before, and I know I could fit in that. So then I was like, well, maybe that's what I'm going to do. But the problem was, mockers are quite a new car, so to try and get one with my budget, it was, you know, again, I'm not going to be in that same position where I'm putting money into it every 10 minutes. It was just impossible. So, pardon me, we kept looking around, and in the end, my mum had this great idea, and she took me to a car dealership, and she made me get in loads of different cars to see, look, what car you're going to, because then we'd find cars that I used to drive at my previous job location, whatever, and I couldn't fit in that, and it was getting to the point where I got anxiety, I was getting flustered, and it was a really unenjoyable experience, and it was getting me really upset. And at this point, my operation was only like a month away, so I kept thinking, even if it's a bit of a squeeze, and like this one, it'll be fine, because, you know, you're gonna have your operation soon. Yeah, banter. So it was like, oh. Anyway, my mum had this really good idea. We went to this car dealership, and I literally got in loads of cars, like, so Ford Cougars, Nissan X-Trails, just all sorts anyway, and found out what car I can fit in and what cars I can't. Now, the Nissan Quadashi, I don't know how to say it because that's what I've got, but I could fit into. So that was the goal, was like, right, find that. It was not bad on the insurance, nice and big, but not too big, because, you know, I've got a driving phobia. I'm just going to pull up, so I don't want to actually pull into my actual work, because that would be stupid. And so on and so forth anyway. And eventually we did go and find one, and it was just under £3,000, but then I had to pay for a cam belt, so it came to £3,000. And yeah, I love it. I would do a car tour, but there's really not much to show you. It's much bigger than the car I previously had, which is fabulous. Obviously there is the matter of the fact that I am touching the roof, but eventually with weight loss, obviously I can rearrange my seat where I'm not too close. But at the moment, because of my stomach, it's like practically on the steering wheel, if you can see. So I'm comfortable, I'm fine. I have got a seatbelt extender, and everything's fine, but I can't wait to just be a bit smaller in it and feel a bit more, yeah. So I hope that story was interesting. It's one of they're the things when people always say to you, like, you know, why are you having the operation? And not why, like why, but like why, just generally interested, and what are the things you're most looking forward to. And I always talk about the big things, obviously, like have my breath and be able to have children and live comfortably. But then it's to me, of course, I can't wait for them things, but I really can't wait for the little things, like being able to wear my engagement ring again. I can't tell you the last time I wore my engagement ring, and it's, of course I love it, but it is cute, and it's just, you know, it's a shame. And then things like being able to fit my car comfortably, not have the extender belt, you know, be able to go up and down the stairs, and just, it's just all the little things that they're the most things I'm most excited for. So I hope this was fun. Obviously I've got some cool videos coming up because I've got my pre-appointment, which I don't know what I can and can't film. Oh, my hands. Can you see that? Sorry. I don't know what I can and can't film with that, so obviously what I can and stuff I'll put in, but it might be me just talking through what happened. Then I'm gonna have a what's in my hospital bag, and then I'm gonna be up video. So yeah, exciting videos to come, so please do subscribe if you want to follow that, and if you're already subscribed, legend. Like, share, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.